Yes, hello everybody and welcome. It's Alex B and André Luther, and today on the 18th channel on the YouTube. And today we introduce you a special package that has just come out on the rFactor 2. It's the LeMans package. Yes, the 24-hour LeMans official, which is really great because it's a 2022 version. So the brand new of the circuit, which has been done from the 50 year of the 50 anniversary of Le Mans. So let's have a look on this. And André was making this race, and he was winning it. Yes. So here you can see the formation lap, and with the safety car first to start with, and André has even get a stop and go penalty, and you see he has finally make it at the end, so which is very good finally. And you see the car are driving really on formation lap, really like on the real Le Mans. So it's really good made like this. The track is like a laser scan. It's a 13-kilometer track, 25 kilometers, and it's in fact the first version was 20 kilometers officially, but it has been a little bit short with the time. But the first version of it was really 23 kilometers, and the new version is 13 kilometers. And by the way, I will tell you a little bit about info about this. Le Mans has been created officially in 1923, officially. And there are different type of car who can race on it. There are several class, the GTE or the prototype. And by the way, there is some special Le Mans prototypes that you can have directly on rFactor 2. And with this package, you have the prototype and you can have also the GT. So you can really make the two format of the race. In fact, it's an endurance race, which means that it's not the fastest one who wins, but the one who makes the most lap without any mechanical incident. This was the real challenge of it, and the purpose of it to go, let's say, in a comparison of the classic motorsport. And Le Mans is part of the crown of together with the race of Sebring in America and in Daytona. So it's part of the three crown of endurance racing. And it's on the 80s. The pilot could go till 400 kilometers on the Mulsanne ring, but this part has been also changed with more chicane to avoid the accident. So now I must say it's less than this, but in fact it has been changed. The track herself is really specific because one part is a track like a classical Grand Prix, so the modern one like you can see there, for example, and the other part is the classic part, which is in fact the real road that the car can drive every day, which is not so much made like the race one, in fact. So you can really feel even on the game the difference between the two different asphalt. In fact, the asphalt for the normal streets, let's say the normal car, and the Le Mans car, by the way, are quite on the border of the sport car that are sold to the public. The one of the GTE are a little bit different, but almost similar to the ones that you can have to have sold to the great public. The prototype are something different, of course, but for the GT class, it's similar. Look at this small street, for example, under the wood. This is a part of the historic laps. finally. So where people of every day can drive and drive here every day, which is finally more difficult for the racing car. And the aerodynamic has to be also made specially for Le Mans for the type of more aerodynamics and be careful on the motor and all the things. So and we can say that Mazda was the first to win on the 80s, and then it has changed in 2006 for the first time for Audi. And it organized by the HCO. HCO will also organize the virtual Le Mans, which is on rFactor 2, in fact. So this I will explain you. It's virtual Le Mans is make on this directly on this lap, directly on this track, but not only, also on Sebring and on Monza for the qualification. And every good thing, anyone who has a rFactor 2 can participate and who has bought the content Le Mans with specific cars, with especially with the prototype. And the only requirement are basics to just simply very easy. You make a hot lap on one of these tracks that I've mentioned, Monza on the special time. So Monza, Sebring, or and it's the qualification. But for this special event. But everybody can make it. So if you are a good sim racer, you can enjoy it. And you can totally make it. In the 60s also there have been a problem with the petrol shortage. So with the petrol crisis, finally they have made a limiter of the quantity of fuel that can be used on the track also. This is not taking place anymore, but early time, yes, it has been a big factor, which has been totally changed. And now we can note that since 2011 exactly, as HCO has decided that everybody has to go with kinetic energy recuperation system. So for the kinetic energy of the car, every car must be like the Audi Quattro, for example, has to be hybrid and equipped like this. And then in 2014, the FIA has a takeover also to put some LMP1, which are the Le Mans prototype, in fact, with some dual benzene also, and hybrid also. And in fact, it has to be hybrid. This is the condition of the race nowadays. And but early time in 2004 was first time diesel motor use, which was really new at this time, and it was a Taurus was win it on this moment also. And by the way, André has a try with a GT Porsche with GT3, and on the official Le Mans, GT2 can also participate, GT4 too. So several class and subclass on GT and several subclass on prototype. And yes, this is finally the lap is finished, and now we will start the race on this picture right now. And André will start the race right now. And also, I can say there is an American version of Le Mans, which is called Petit Le Mans, with several tracks, with Sebring, for example, but some other ones too. And this is the American version of Le Mans. And it's also interesting for the endurance. So. Till 2012, it's part of the official World Master Championship of FIA. But it has, in 1953, it was already part of the FIA Master Shaft, but not the World Championship, but not so official like this. But in 1992, for example, it was not on the program of the series. like on Formula One, they were changing the series of the sport wagon, so sport cars. But finally, it has been changed, and the American Le Mans series has been also made in 2001, as I have said, but the European Le Mans series is still the classic one, of course. And by the way, I have to mention something that a movie has been made in the 50s, 60s about Le Mans, and 1968 exactly, and it has been one of the best movie ever. A remake has been redone not so long ago, but the original one is really beautiful. And the original is with Steve McQueen, of course. So it's of course. And it's make with a Ferrari, and he has won finally with the Ferrari on this movie. He has been fourth finally on this Ferrari with his Ferrari on this movie. But it was the first time that an American was winning on Le Mans. So that's why the American has finally decided to make also a Le Mans, Petit Le Mans to them, finally. And something interesting for the technical people, the record of Le Mans of kilometer were 2,000 kilometers, and which is quite huge. And it's 6 times a normal circuit of Formula One, for example, and it can be 10 times long thing like Indianapolis 500, for example. So there is also a version of Le Mans which is made with some truck, and also a category for the moto. Also, so but the classical is the one with the car, of course. And yes, unfortunately, it has been theater of several accidents, and the biggest one was 1955. But the craziest thing, it was the race was even continuing after the accident, because at this time there were no radio and no safety car, so the people were just continuing the race and don't have really the information that some people were dying at the same time. And it's one of the biggest accidents. It's the biggest accident of the automobile sport, even nowadays, and it still stay infamous. And that was a cause finally that the stop of Mercedes to participate in Le Mans. Even nowadays, it's still valid like this. By the way, apropos Le Mans, if you want to really make it special, in February, I think of next year, should come the new Le Mans game, official Le Mans game by Race Studio, the creator of Automobilista 2. So it will be also included Le Mans and some other long track like this, which are the endurance race. So, and you see, there is even a Le Mans challenge in Japan also. So it's everybody try to make a Le Mans challenge now. It's Asian Le Mans series. It's from 2009, for example. And the series was starting in Okayama and has finished in Fuji. And also about the endurance race, the last one was on Yas Marina, and it was an 8-hour race. There are 8 hours, 12 hours, and 24 hours. But as I have said, the king class are Daytona, Le Mans, and of course Indianapolis for the American, but and Sebring for the European one. These are the king one. And Le Mans is also a place with all records. Look, for example, with apropos Porsche, in 1971, Jackie Oliver has made three, could drive 3 hours and 13 minutes. Oh, look, Andre is on the box right now. He make a stop and go penalty actually, and yes, 3 hours and 18 minutes was the maximum time which was driving by one driver. You have to know that it's a team of 3 drivers who drive together nowadays. On the new version, on the old version, it was one person who were repairing himself the car, and the race was made even directly inside the city of Le Mans. Now it's it's also on the near of Le Mans, of course, but it don't go inside Le Mans anymore, of course, for reason of security. But it's still a big spectacle where everybody come all around the world, and the 50 year was a big blast. And next, of course, the next one too, special and many more year. And look, for example, you see in 1971 the record was 240 kilometers to be drive on the around the 14 kilometer of the 13 kilometer, 469 kilometer of the Strecke, which was the record. Then in 2008 has been at the 160 meters long chicane, and the record was made by a Peugeot for 246 kilometers on this time, and the Porsche of Jackie Neal has made in 215 the best 249 kilometers for the modern one. So you see, it's a lot of history. And then in 2017 the record has been made for 3 hours and 14 with for 2 seconds less by a Toyota. So it's really impressive, you see. In fact, it's not just one driver who won, you know. It's a team behind, the racing team behind, and the 3, especially the 3 racers who finally win. Look, Andre has made a version alone, so it's a really good one, and it's really impressive how it works. But about this virtual Le Mans, I must say it's a track with this laser scan, of course, like anything on the rFactor, and it's 2000. Which one is used is the 2022 version. So it's and to participate to the virtual Le Mans, it's easy, it's free. You just have to bring the content and be owner of rFactor too. So use and make and perform one hot lap on Sebring or on Monza. On different dates. That the calendar is available of the virtual Le Mans official calendar and official website that you can watch, of course. And it's also organized by the ACO, which is Automobile Club de l'Ouest, which is the organizer of historical organizer of Le Mans and of virtual Le Mans too. So this, I think any pilot sim racer would be great to really train it and really pass it off, because it's really great to make it. And so it's free, just try it and just show your skill. Look, at this moment of the race, Andre is actually last of the race, you see, and it's always changed, you see, and the record of the victory is still Audi with 13 victory, and Porsche 19. This is the 2 best one. So Andre has chosen a Porsche on this example, so you see, it's a good choice. On my side, I must say I've experimented with Aston Martin. I must say it's also very good and also interesting to do. And of course, to get this content for a reasonable price, it's easy. Just come to Steam And in Steam, there is this content is for really a very reasonable price now. Right now in action with a pack together with all the major endurance race. So if you want this, it's really interesting to try and no matter if you are on a VR or on a triple screen, it's the experience is really great. And I must say, on the VR, it's a really great experience because it's a modern track together mixed up with some historical part on the street parts, so which is really specific. And the details are really great. And look, when you look good, you see the difference here. It's let's say the part of a Grand Prix circuit. Here, exactly on this place. And if you want to see more about all this, don't hesitate to subscribe to our channel and please comment, tell us your impression. How do you like Le Mans? How do you like endurance race? Because it has been really built on the 60s on a comparison on the opposite even to the normal motor race, which is only based on performance on the speed. This one is not based on the speed. This is a big difference of them. Oh, Andreas just make a small crash here. Yes, it's not an easy track. I've tried it myself and honestly I crash a lot on this one because it's really difficult. It's not really made for rookie, I must say. If you have to take your time to explore it and improve it step by step, because it's not the speed that counts here, it's the endurance, which means the more distance that you can go without any accident or any mechanical problem. And apropos rFactor, there is a lot of races that you can complete in rFactor, especially with the new online version, which really make it and really is fantastic because you can have different style. You can have some Formula style, some GT style, any kind of style. Also to mention something, it's the European version concurrent of iRacing. And to mention something, you have also a version of Le Mans in Forza Motorsport also, with some GT car too. So you can also race it. Yes, I know, you will tell me it's an arcade mode. I know it's an arcade race, but you can make it. And it's also nice to be tried and to test, why not? For people who are not so much good in sim racing or who want to make their debut on iRacing, like ourselves, look, Andre and me are still rookies there. So that's why we also like to ride sometime on Forza Motorsport. So you can already ride Le Mans in event and or ride it in private with your friend. And on rFactor you can also ride it in private with against AI, like Andre has done here. And also, of course, ride it otherwise online. And on rFactor you have a lot of daily events and also some weekly event. Actually, if you are interested in such things, it's Nürburgrings with the Nordschleife, which means that you have all the parts. And this one is not 13 km like Le Mans, but 25. So if you want to have a big fun, just test it. Personally, I love it a lot because it's a lot of up and down that here which are on the street, and here too, in fact, because in fact you switch to the street directly to the Grand Prix. And to mention this, Le Mans has also a Bugatti part, which is only 4 km long, and totally redo on 2022 for the 50th birthday, as you can see here. So it's really good made. Yeah, but officially 50 officially, you know. And it's really, that's why it's really good. And in average, for some statistic, 263 persons can come here on the tribune, and it's always full. And it's already sold, and it's already sold out for next year. You see, so it's already full. No chance to get a place here, because it's a big historical event. So it's and also for the moto we make it, and also for the truck we do it too. It's they make also 24 hours, by the way. So as a comparison to the car, so it's on a similar way. And you see, Le Mans is on the west of France, and you see totally the flair of West France here with the wood. And here it's cloudy weather, which is happened mostly on Le Mans. Le Mans is traditionally on in June, so there are some so you have mostly some sun, but rain. The rain is always a guest who can always happen. On June in Le Mans, yes, it's always happening mostly. So yes, it's quite a rainy place. So this I can tell you, because I come from a place which is near Le Mans, and on the other side of the border, let's say. But we have the same weather, so I can speak about the weather. That the weather can in June on this time it's can be cloudy weather and rain, yes. And you are with a team of 3 different drivers, and you drive let's say average of 3 hours per person and per shift, and you have 3 hours to rest. So which is exactly the same on the virtual Le Mans, by the way. The conditions are really produced at the same for comparison. So you need at least 2 partners to drive with you, 1 partner or 2 at least. 2 is the best, for example. And yes, you see, for example, the best driver can make 200 kilometers per hour on the Mans, for the best drivers. And this was the long distance. Exactly, the record, world record of Le Mans is 5,410 kilometers, and it has been made in 2010. So it's really a historical record. And till this time, I think in 2022, on this, especially on this form, it has been also made, and for 200. Average of 220 kilometers per hour, so which is quite a big average already. And look what is happening now. Andre is just taking over. Yes, from the last position. Yeah, this is big. This is huge, yes. And look, here you are totally on the path that the normal street cars are taking every day. This long straight line, which has been shortened, as I have told you, because of this accident, and with the 160-meter chicane, because of the accident. And yes, so that's why it has been reworked. But this is the authentic one. Look, no, here, exactly here, Andre is just switching to the Grand Prix lap. Yes, it's hard to not to take the chicane properly, because in fact you go on this long straight line, and it's hard to stop and overtake finally. So yes, this is quite technical. In fact, in Le Mans there are a lot of places when you can give a course to your speed, but there are also some places where you have to be careful, like the chicane. And of course, avoid the maximum of crash and things to that your car can last the 24 hours, because there are no replacement car during 24 hours, of course, or no. And also, if you have a mechanical problem, it's not sure it will be repaired. If it's a small one, yeah, maybe, but if it's a big one, there are almost no chance to be repaired on time. And you will anywhere lose some time with reparation. So you have no chance, in fact, to make some mistake during 24 hours, basically. This is what is Le Mans is, and this is why it's a challenge for everyone. And of course, Le Mans has been grown on the, have been take place first on the 20s, and 20s was a beautiful time. And between the 20s and the 50s, it was mostly the golden age of driving on automobile, as we say in France. So it was the big golden age of automobile, especially in France. And they have decided to build this as a contrast of the performance of mechanic performance that are used normally on a race. No, it's instead of performance, it's long-lasting performance, which is a contrast, in fact, between. And at this time, it was the popular party, in fact, which means that all the people were coming, small with a child, with the big, and it's still a popular fest, in fact, a popular party where everyone is coming to gathering. And it's for Le Mans, it's the city of Le Mans is really the event of the year, together with 24-hour moto and 24-hour truck, of course, which are mostly held in May also. And so, but it's a weekend of 3 days, and it's really a fantastic. It's still a fantastic party for everyone, and it's really an epic track here, of course, for everyone. Not every driver can be prepared for this, but also something interesting this year. Something interesting to say this year is that, hear me good, for the one who know, Mick Schumacher will take place in Le Mans. Yes, because he will switch to endurance race with Alpine, even if he continue his work together with Mercedes as a test driver on simulation. So on simulator like us, finally. He drives also on simulator like this, and he has this second work which he will participate for on the name of Alpine for on 24-hour Le Mans. So it's really exciting. He will make a brand new experience with this. In fact, you don't have to push really the car too much, because if you speed too much your car, you will just break it at the beginning. So to push, it's not really the good strategy. For this, a strategy a good strategy has to be really elaborated by the team. So, and also the time of the change of the driver has not to be very long. Look, at the beginning, it was a long-lasting process to start, because people has to, in fact, the driver has to basically run and jump into the car and then coming. And Jackie X at this time was very angry against this form of departure, because it was really lasting long time before people were jumping inside. So now it has been replaced by a normal start with a formation lap like usual. But it was really at this time it has caused a lot of angriness from the part of especially Jackie X at this time, and that's why finally. So it's finally the start was from 2025 has been redo is 1969 only finally. So they have changed. In fact, it was a start from the box, directly from the box. We were directly on the piste at this time, which is a little bit different from right now, but it was too long. So finally, they have changed it in 1969 to let's say Indianapolis system. It was the Indianapolis system. And but Indianapolis has run on the fly now till 1971, which has also changed. So And of course, on Le Mans you have get a lot of winner, a lot of, for example, in 1963 you have get in 1983 there has been Mazda who has win for the first time with this alternative motor that I have told you. In 1963 the Rover has win it also, and of course it was in comparison with the IndyCar series of the American one, and in comparison of the King class of America, the NASCAR. That's why the prototype car has been introduced in 2004 in comparison, and Audi has started to win in 2006, and till 40, and has win 14 times with the famous Audi Quattro, and when they have switched to a hybrid system of the motor, and the hybrid special oil who is now also used for the hybrid car of the great public nowadays. So automobile sport has always helped to improve the car for the great public, because all the technology was experimented here has finally given to the public on one day or another. Look, for example, Formula 1 will become electric in 2030. And they already start the switch, and on the other category like this one too. So they really test the future for us, and of course in Assetto Corsa you have also a version of Le Mans which is also great, and you can use with some GTE car also, and the one of Forza Motorsport, which is the 2022 modern one. And on Automobilista, of course, you will tell me no, there is not, but yes, in fact, yes, on a mod that you can find on race department. So if you are curious enough, you can also test it on Automobilista. But of course, the official virtual Le Mans is on rFactor 2. So, but you can also. But I can say the version of rFactor 2 that you see right now here, I don't know what you think about it. Tell us in comment, it interests us. So you can comment and like, and tell us what are your impressions about this, of course. Don't hesitate to put a like, to comment. And we have some other videos that we have made about Automobilista 2, Forza Motorsport, and that you can see on this channel. So if you are curious enough, you can of course watch all this on our channel, and we will of course. Yeah, this is André here, alone against all. Yes, this is really an endurance race where you have to be concentrated from the beginning till the end. And André is going for the gold right now. Yes, and from the last position till the first. Imagine, this is epic, really, really epic now. Yes, great performance by André, I must say, because I can tell you, I have tested myself. I have not made it. And look, right now I start to overtake 3 cars at the same time. Yes, this is epic now. And yeah, rFactor 2 has really the best graphic for this Le Mans race, I must say. And the one of Forza Motorsport is also good, the mod for Automobilista 2, but this one is really the best. No matter if you take it in VR on in triple screen, it's anyway very satisfying to do it, and very impressive. Look, it's really nice now, and André is right now on the hunt for the victory. Yes, yes, I know he can do it, and let's see. Let's go, André. Allez, allez, as we say in French. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Yes, and he will finally, look, he will do it right now and take over from this car. Oh my god. Yes, we have seen this chicane. It's really dangerous. It's the add-on that I was speaking about from the original laps, tracks now. And the modern track right now has this add-on, 160 meters of chicane. So, not a small one, there are two in fact. So you have this one and you have another one to avoid too much speed and finally to avoid the accident which has taken place by the past because of the too much speed finally. And so finally that's why it has happened this way. And we just can't wait to have the official game of Le Mans. This. And of course, if you like challenge, don't hesitate to participate on the virtual Le Mans challenge of rFactor 2. All you have to do is to buy the content of Le Mans, like this one, and then train, of course, and then get some hot lap on the Sebring or on the Monza also, on the Monza challenge. This is the condition, and it's free to participate. So and don't forget to participate with your team and your partner, of course. Look, André is already second on this right now. Wow, impressive. And the hunt is still hunting again and again. And now we take over. Yeah, this is really epic. What an epic end for André, my god. This is really epic. Yeah. I will train again, and we will train together with André to try to participate on this virtual Le Mans challenge when possible. So, but for this is need a lot of training, of course. But we will train, and we actually train on the Nordschleife on for the with also a big rFactor challenge, and it's a weekly event. If you are interested in endurance race. So it's also a great challenge which is proposed actually by rFactor 2. So of course, challenge there is a lot in rFactor 2. So and this one's and rFactor 2 is really one of the best sim racing systems that exist for the moment. Look, for the online things. Look, you have Le Mans written here on the side if you look good. You see, these kind of details are really good and important. And André Jones go nicely to the box. Yes. Yes, of course. After a big race like this, the car always suffer a lot, and finally some reparation has to be done. But as you know, reparation has always a waste of time, so be careful with your car. But of course, it's also you can't really avoid it, and the change of driver also. It's something that the team can't avoid, of course. And you need really a good team to participate, because on the official virtual Le Mans, and also on normal, of course. So yes, start back after the box stop. Yes, time to go, and yes, we go to the end of this race soon, very soon. Just a few minutes to go, and then we are finally going on the end. And yes, this is really epic and amazing. Yes, here we are soon. Yes, just a last curve, and then yes, here we are. Don't hesitate to subscribe to our channel. Thank you everyone to watch, and see you later for another race. Bye!